So greetings of the day, students. Today we have a first lab of Colp, right? Your lab subject code is ACCS 16306, right? So first of all, we have a syllabus for your lab. So your syllabus is bifurcated into two parts, part A and part B. In part A, we will be covering with practicals, your programs, which will be implemented on 8085 kit. But because the session is online, we will be implementing all the programs on the simulator of 8085. So in part A, the first practical is Introduction to 8085 kit. The second one is addition and subtraction of two 8-bit numbers having 8-bit as a result. The third one is find ones and twos complement of 8-bit number. Fourth practical is find largest among an array of 10 numbers, right? Taking 8-bit input. Next program is sum of series of 8-bit numbers. Next one is write a program to generate Fibonacci series. Next, find square of 8-bit number. Next, we have addition and subtraction of two 16-bit numbers having 16-bit result. Next, we have find ones and twos complement of 16-bit number. And your last program is to arrange the 8-bit numbers in an ascending order. Then we have part B of your syllabus, in which you have to develop one application, right? So the first application is to perform interfacing of stepper motor with 8085, to perform interfacing of traffic light system with 8085, and the next practical is to perform interfacing of 7-segment LED display. So required hardware and softwares. So for this you need 8085 microprocessor kit, right? And the next one is software requirements. You need JDK for Java platform because the simulator works on the Java platform. And the software you need to install for the 8085 simulator is Jubin 8085 simulator version 2, right? You have to install this software to perform the various programs. So lab evaluation. So your subject lab is bifurcated into two parts, part A and part B. We have just discussed it. And part A, continuous practical evaluation will be there, right? For example, if I have given you two practicals today, you have to submit those two practicals in the very next lab, right? That is called continuous practical evaluation. Then we have part B, which is called application development. So part A, regular machine exercises or programs will be evaluated on continuous basis, which will be accumulate to internal practical marks, that is 30 marks. Then we have a part B, small project or application will be assigned to a group of 3 students on the basis of which external practical marks will be evaluated, which is of 20 marks. So this is about your lab evaluation. So let's get started with the first topic. That is the introduction part of 8085 microprocessor and its instruction sets. So 8085 microprocessor. First of all, what do you mean by a microprocessor? A microprocessor executes instructions given by the user instructions, right? So first of all, the definition, a microprocessor executes instructions given by the user. Instructions should be in a language known to the microprocessor. Microprocessor understands the language of zeros and ones only. This language is called machine language. So next we have 8085 microprocessor. So let me stop the PPT so that a blackboard will be visible to you. So am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very, very good. My voice is clear now?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So first of all, we have a 8085 MUP. MUP stands for microprocessor. So these days we are using the microprocessors. For example, we have i3, we have i5, we have i7. The latest one is i7 processor, right? So all these are the categories of microprocessors. You have also heard about dual core 2 duo. So all these are the categories of microprocessors. Similarly, we have a 8085 microprocessor, which is very small in size, right? Its size, it is basically a 8-bit microprocessor. The first point is 8085 is a 8-bit microprocessor, right? So next we have, it requires plus 5 voltage supply to operate at 3.2 megahertz. So remember this.
So
It requires plus 5 voltage supply to operate at 3.2 megahertz, right? So it is.
hello, sir.
Yes.
सर बोर्ड विजुअल नहीं है, थोड़ा सा कैमरा जूम कर दीजिए.
अभी विजिबल है?
Yes, sir.
So we have, this microprocessor is designed by Intel in 1977, right? So using NMOS technology. Using NMOS technology. Then we have a 40 pins. We have the diagram of 8085 contains 40 pins, 40. Then we have 6 general purpose registers. We have 6 general purpose registers which are used in 8085. Those registers are B, C, D, E, H, L, and each register will consist of 8 bits. We have a total of 6 general purpose registers whose size is 8 bits, and those are register B, register C, register D, register E, H and L, right? So we can make a 16-bit register pair, 16-bit register pair using these 6 registers, and the pairs are BC, DE and HL. Remember this. So these are your 3 registers pair, which is of 16-bit 8, BC is of 16-bit, DE is of 16-bit, HL is of 16-bit, right? We are going to use all these register pairs and all these general registers in our programs, where we are going to move the data in between the instructions, right? So next we have 8 data lines, or you can say that the size of the data bus is 8 bits. Why it is 8 bits? Because our 8085 is of 8 bit. So the size of the data bus or the data lines is equals to the size of the microprocessor. So data bus size is 8 bits. You can transfer 8 bits of data using data bus. So next we have 16 address lines. 16 address lines which can address up to 64 KB, right? So 16 address lines are there. That is, the size of the address bus is 16, which can address up to 64 kilobytes, right? So memory cell, that is storage. The memory cell or storage is of 8 bits. So what are the various other registers which are used for 8085 instead of general purpose registers? Those are
Special purpose registers.
very good. So first of all, we have a SP, we have a PC, we have AR, we have AC, we have TR. So SP stands for stack pointer. SP stands for stack pointer, where PC stands for program counter, AR stands for address register. All these 3 registers is of 16 bits each. The size of each register is of 16 bits. Whereas accumulator register and TR. TR stands for temporary register. Temporary register, and AC stands for accumulator. These 2 registers is of 8 bits each. So TR is basically used for storing the temporary data. AC is used for result storage. AR is used to store the addresses, and PC is a program counter which is used for holding the address. So next we have around a total number of 74 instructions a total number of 74 instructions are there. So these are the questions which will be asked from you in Vivas. There are a total number of 74 instructions which have been grouped into 5 categories. A total we have 74 instructions which have been grouped into 5 categories. Next we have applications of 8085. So your 8085 microprocessor have been used in washing machine, microwave ovens and mobile phones, right? So next we have flag registers. Next we have flag registers. So flag register is basically an 8-bit register having 5 1-bit flip-flops. So flag register is basically an 8-bit of register 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. It is a 8-bit register having 5 1-bit flip-flops which holds either 0 or 1 depending upon the result stored in the accumulator, right? So what are those flag bits? The one is called sign flag, then we have a 0 flag, then we have auxiliary carry flag, then we have a parity flag, and the last one is carry flag, simple a carry flag. So these are the 5 flags which are used in flag register. I'm repeating again, flag register is basically an 8-bit register, right, whose 5 bits will be used for these 5 flags and other are left blank. For example, this is used for Z, this is used for AC, this is used for sign flag, and this will be used for parity, and last which is left is C, and these 3 will be left blank. I hope the concept is clear. 1 2 3 4 5. So 5 bits will be set to either 0 or 1 depending upon the result of accumulator, right? Whatever the result will be present in the accumulator, according to that result your flag will be set or reset. If the flag will be set, its value is equals to 0. If the flag is reset, its value is equals to 0. If it is set, the value is 1. For set it is 1 and for reset it is 0. So then we have interrupt signals. So for 8085, we have 5 interrupts. The first one is called int R. The second one is called RST 7.5, RST 6.5, RST 5.5, and the last but not the least we have trap. So these are the 5 interrupt signals which are used for 8085. 5 interrupt signals. So this is a small overview for 8085 microprocessor.